Yes, good morning, guys, and man happened to our friends in the Philippines. Guys, up on the screen, the narcissist known as BossHog, aka the failing farmer in the Philippines, resident of the Bohovel. And today's title, guys, the title of the video today is Where is the Chicken Lawyer? Whatever happened to the chicken lawyer? And as a bit of a reminder to people, around about a year ago, April last year, the brain surgeon sat in front of you here, uploaded a video telling everyone he was going dark. Yes, he was going dark because he was getting a lot of flack. The pressure was building. He was being called out for being a scammer and he was being exposed. And being the narcissist, he couldn't handle it. Narcissists love to have attention and love to be the centre of attention. The superiority complex of this person in front of you was dented. His pride was hurt. So, where is that chicken lawyer? Whatever happened to the chicken lawyer? Have we had any updates on the chicken lawyer? Guys, I want you to take a look at this next screenshot and let the narcissist speak.
On the advice of our attorney, we are going to be going dark, let's say, on trolls and troll channels and troll comments.
Well, yeah, you did go dark, Brian, but didn't last long, did it? Your channel was failing and you needed a bit of drama. So you start attacking people again. So the darkness didn't last long, did it?
So anything to do with any of my business dealings, anything to do with any of my personal life, the comments won't be answered or...
Well, Brian, that's nothing new because you never answer comments anywhere. Normally when you answer comments, you're quite abusive to the people leaving comments, like close the door behind you before I block you. Are you dumb? Do you need glasses or an hearing aid? And most of the comments now are coming from China, the China bot. So, yeah, you've not been answering comments, have you, Brian? And as for your personal details and not putting personal things out there online, I'm afraid it's a bit too late now, isn't it? Hey, your affair was exposed. The fact that you were a deadbeat dad was exposed. You were a child to another Filipina while you were married. So you feel that as well.
There very shortly will be some active cases going on, and that's cases with an S, because I'm just tired of it. And
so what he's talking about there now, guys, is he's been in touch with his chicken lawyer, and he's taken criminal cases out, cyber criminal cases against trolls, and he says active criminal cases with an S. Now what I say is BS with a capital B and a capital S. Absolute bullshit, Brian. You are one bluffer. You were puffing your chest out and giving it what for. All piss and wind, all bluster, trying to intimidate people, and you couldn't even afford a lawyer. You can't afford your child support. So, total BS, wasn't it, Brian? Yeah, no, what he was saying there, guys, is the fact that he's downloaded the videos of trolls who were calling him out. He'd screenshotted all the comments that trolls were leaving, and he said there's no use deleting them because it's all in the hands of the lawyer. Brian, absolute bullcrap. Here we are 12 months on, and where is the chicken lawyer? Where are these cases? When will these cases, can you update us on when these cases will actually be coming to court?
This is going to wrap it up for all the interaction with the trolls. I'm not going to answer comments. I'm not going to make videos. We are going dark on the whole matter until it's resolved in the courts.
Till it's all resolved in the courts, Brian. Yep. Well, we said that criminal cases are quite slow in the Philippines. The courts are chock-a-block. The system is quite slow. We're still waiting. We've got one particular person who's in a bunker at the moment, waiting for the SWAT to arrive. He's been in there 12 months. But very slow, Brian. Very, very slow. Can you give us an update? And guys, I want you to listen to one last recording from the brain surgeon. And this one will kind of sum up the video.
Unless you'd like to send me an email and we can get some public apologies in the works, then maybe, I don't know, maybe. But I'm not holding my breath.
There you have it, guys. BossHog looking for apologies. He's asking the trolls, to the people who are calling him out, to email him and apologise. Maybe, he says, maybe I'll just drop the whole thing. But since he made that video where that recording was taken from, BossHog, Brian, the brain surgeon, has slandered many people. Many people. And it continues to this day. So, I have a suggestion for the occupant, the little lad at the hovel. And let's start by saying this, Brian. Why don't you apologise? Why don't you apologise to the local people who you accused of stealing fish from your tilapia pond? That would be a start, wouldn't it? And then you could go on and say, look, I call you all dumb and lazy. Why don't you apologise for calling all the local Filipinos dumb and lazy? And then, of course, we could move on to Linda. You had a meeting with Doll, as we all know, but a video, maybe, and apologise to Linda for making Linda live in a mosquito rat-infested nipper hut for weeks, and she received no payment until Doll ordered you to pay that lady. Why not apologise to Linda? And then, of course, going on the slander bit, this was ridiculous accusation which was spoken about and aimed at Eleonora. Why don't you go across the road, Brian? No need to send an email. You can just walk across the road and apologise to Eleonora for accusing her of killing your bees. Ludicrous as it sounds, that's what you accused Eleonora of doing. Killing your bees. And whilst you're there, you could also apologise for slandering Eleonora for playing her music too loud, and you were at risk of getting a copyright on your video. Eleonora was not to know that you are recording all day long, that you walk round the hovel with a camera in your hand constantly. She wasn't aware of that, and she, like everyone else, has a life to live. She might like a bit of music in her life. And you could also, while you're there at Eleonora's door, you could apologise for calling Eleonora a troublemaker. How about that, Brian? And then, of course, Texas Filipino. You could apologise to James for calling him a butthurt troll when he called you out over the smoking in the begging mobile. That would be a start, wouldn't it, Brian? Apologise to James? I would think so. And then what about the other slanderous things that you said? GD Mead had a mental disorder, you said. Why don't you email GD Mead and apologise? Another apology, Brian, that you could make, seeing as how you're asking people to apologise to yourself. And then, of course, you could go across and see Gabrielle and apologise to Gabrielle, who you accused on video, slandered on video. You accused him of stealing from the Milkfish Project. Brian, that would be an apology, would it not, that you need to make? I imagine Gabrielle is not aware that you made that slanderous statement. And then, of course, you could go and apologise or email, because you're a bit of a coward. You could email Jay Son, babyface Jay Son, and just apologise, Brian, for ripping, yes, because we know you did, apologise for ripping Jason off on the Shrimp Pond project. When we get the finer details, Brian, of course, they will be revealed. An apology now would go a long way to making up for that, what you did there. And then, of course, you could go and apologise to that shop assistant who you tried to get sacked. Jobs are very hard to get in the Philippines, Brian, as you know, and salaries are very low. And that shop assistant that you tried to get fired is dependent on that salary. But you being the alpha male, the narcissist, tried to get her fired. Go and apologise, Brian, to that young shop assistant. And then, of course, what you could do, and what you should do, is make a video and apologise to Marley. Apologise to Marley for the allowing for the porn revenge photos that you allowed to be uploaded onto the internet by the lunatic that lives with you, Maricel. Now, if anything needs an apology, that does. I'm sure when you're uploading your videos and you're having your sly video calls, messenger chats, apologise to Marley for allowing those photos to be circulated on the internet, Brian. That's definitely needed. Something that you should do. Apologise on Maricel's behalf. And then, of course, Brian, and finally, what you could apologise for is the absolute trash content that you upload for people to digest on YouTube. Because, to be perfectly honest with you, why you're on YouTube, I can't imagine. Apologise, Brian, for the lack of content, the lack of interesting content, the lack of informative content. You are a big lump of lard who thinks he's the alpha male, The narcissist from the hovel thinks he's superior to everyone, but is butthurt because he's been exposed. Apologise, Brian, for the trash that you upload. And also, apologise that in 2022, this day and age, a foreigner like yourself has opened a begging bowl at the hovel. Shame on you, and shame on your family. An apology, Brian, is in order. Guys, till the next time, bye for now.